good people. I hope I find you well wherever you are. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. It's one of those runs, one of my runs that I do from time to time. Because I'm human. I'm just human. And today is one of those days when I'm gonna rant. First, let me put a disclaimer. I love this country dearly. I love Zimbabwe. I love being here. I'm happy being back home. But let's face it, there are a lot of things that you and I know that need to be fixed. If you're in the country, you know very well the issues that we have. If you're outside the country, of course, you're observing from afar. You hear from your relatives and friends. You come in and out for a short while and you see. We need help. We need a lot of things to improve. We need a lot of things to be better because this country is beautiful and it ain't going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's going to stay for the better or for the worse, but it's going to be here. So in the meantime, we continue to live and love this country. So I'm in the car. I just got home. But I want to vent and leave this stress outside of my home. I don't want to carry negativity into the house. Very upset because of what happened to me when I was walking downtown. Now, here's why I am upset. I was dropped off and I'm walking down the streets of Bulawayo here. And I'm crossing the street at a traffic light, right? And, some of our lights, in fact, the majority of the lights, when the power is there, they work. The traffic lights I'm talking about. And I think some of them are using solar. But anyway, regardless of the power that is being used, the traffic light was working. And this particular traffic light has a symbol for pedestrians crossing. Here's the thing. Let me just digress for a second. Do we have in the learner's manual for driving school, whatever it's called, the highway code, I don't know. Do we have instructions to the drivers that they do need to give pedestrians right of way so they can cross? Because how are we supposed to cross the roads? How are we supposed to cross the roads in town when the traffic lights are green and the drivers keep coming? So what this driver did of a Mshika Kombi, whatever it's called, I'm crossing the road. I'm already almost, off the road, right by the corner, getting to the corner of the road. And he's coming from the opposite direction. No, he's not coming from the opposite direction. He's coming from my opposite direction, but we are on the same road. Nah, you get it? So it's a road going this way and a road going this way. And there's a traffic light on that T-junction. I'm coming from the one end, let's call it south. And he's coming from the north. So he is turning and I'm going straight to cross the same road that I'm walking on. The fool, okay? Allow me to call this person the fool. He speeds up. Mind you, Bulawayo is not that busy like Harare. There is not a whole chain of cars coming. And it was around maybe 10:30 in the morning. There were no cars. He speeds up. He sees I'm already in the intersection, and I had to run to cross the road because I'm sure he was going to knock me. For the why? For the why? Where are you rushing to? What type of business or what type of event are you rushing to such that you wouldn't mind knocking me down? Come on. Do pedestrians, vanapede isusu, the people who walk, abantu abahamba ngenyawo, asila permission? We don't have permission to walk these streets? Come on, man. A total and utter disrespect of the human person, the human being, rules of the road. I am quite sure there would be somewhere in that highway code that says give the pedestrian a right of way to cross. There was no traffic, good people. I don't see that rush to cut me off. How much gain this person got. Come on, I'm fuming. Anyway, I because it's my rant day, I'm going to continue talking about these mshikashikas and these kombis. I use public transport. I am not somebody who you can talk to and say, you don't talk like that, you don't ride those things. I do ride those combis. I do ride mshikashika, from time to time. But here's the thing. Why are we so disrespected by these young people? Why? And also, the one thing that bothers me, in the Gombe there, I know we need transport. I know the system is overwhelmed. There's not enough public transportation. So what do these guys do? In a Kombi, where it's supposed to be a 3-seater, let me say maybe 4-seater. Actually, it's a 3-seater. You end up sitting, Garisana 4-4. Sanani 4-4, whatever. Omunye pes go munye. One particle in the air. Why do we do that? I know the public transportation is inadequate. Completely get it. But is that how we should be transported? Those combis are full. I think it's a 12 person, usually most of them. I want to say 12 person. I wouldn't be surprised to see one with 16, 18, 20 people in there. If they are kids, they're sitting on top of the adult so that they don't pay. Some of them are sitting pakadoma, payapano pisa, we need an efficient public transit. We need an efficient public transport system. I know it's going to take a long time to rebuild, but can we respect each other? Come on, guys. Come on. I know. The economy is bad. So they are maximizing. You can tell it's a way of maximizing. How do we do that? How do we do that, guys? Please. I do go into those combis, and you know what I tell these guys? If I have to sit on that non-existent seat where my buttocles are suspended in the air, then I ride for Firika. Why am I paying when I'm sitting in the air? I mean, can you give me a reason why that is justifiable, good people? So anyway, back to that traffic crossing. Can drivers please, can we slow down a little bit? Respect each other on the road. It makes it easier. It makes it much more efficient. We will all go and get to where we want to go if we try and make it sensible, reasonable for everybody. You see, but intersection, when the traffic light is congested, is not working. Everybody is there. Pati intersection, and nobody's going anywhere. Zimbos, come on. We can do better than that. We can do better than that. I'm not going to go into the other issues that I would like to discuss today. I'm just talking about the driving. I think we can do better than that. It's me and you. All of us have a stake here. All of us have reason to want our streets to be safer for each individual. We're families. We're friends. You also come from families and friends, the Mshika Kombi drivers. Why? Anyway, enough about that. Let me go on to the next rant. All right. So let me continue with my rant. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, okay, so I did say I was walking, right? I usually like to, even when I'm driving, I park, somewhere down, further away from my final destination, so I can walk. I'm also able to see the city, see stores, shops, see how people are hustling and bustling. So here I am walking down that street after having this encounter with the Kombi driver. Obviously, my eyes are even wider now. I'm noticing everything and anything that is not good. And the next thing I noticed, which I've seen every time, but it was, ticking me off, rubbing me the wrong way. Those dangerous pavements. Guys, I don't know how many people have broken their ankles, damaged their knees, ended up with a fractured hip, especially us, Omasalu, the oldies. Once you trip, you fall. And lately, I don't know, I'm not sure what's going on with me. I've been having a lot of trips and falls. I don't know whether I'm a little bit clumsy. And hopefully nothing neurological is going on. I feel okay, but I've had quite a few incidences where I'm just tripping. And sometimes it's because I'm too much in a hurry. I want to do things. I want things to move a little bit fast. So I was looking at these pavements and they are so, there's no other way to put it. They're deadly. They are dangerous to every one of us, especially the older people and the younger people. Once you fall, you are going down. Once you trip in that broken pavement, you are going down and you fall. If you're lucky, it's just a broken pavement. It might be a manhole. We'll be scooping you down the manhole. It's not even funny, but that's the situation of those pavements. They are so bad. I mean, come on, guys. Our cities have become health hazards. Our streets, the pavements, downtown. It's really, I love the city of Bulawayo. I love Gweru, Harare. I love this country. But let's tell each other the truth. The truth shall set us free. The pavements are a danger to each one of us. City fathers, our councillors, the government. I don't know what you have for us, your citizens, what the plan is for us, for our safety. But men, as some of us are aging, I'm scared to fall. And I'm scared to fall because I know that the hospitals are also in intensive care. So they need help, I don't want to go to the hospitals because they are not in a good shape. And I don't live in fear. I don't live in negativity. I'm here and I look forward to every day being a good day. It's never like that in normal life. There will be ups and downs, of course, but I don't want to end up in a hospital. I don't want to slip and fall. I don't want anybody else to have an injury because our streets have deadly spots. There's no other way to put it. I noticed all these manholes. I don't know whether you have utility cables in some of those gaps. It's a mess. It's a mess. I'm not sure how far this is going to go, but I hope that the cities, us, the citizens, and our leaders, the cities, the city councils, provincial leaders, and the government, we have something in the pipeline, somewhere in the near future, that these things can be looked at. But I also wonder how, as a citizenry, businesses, because you see these gaps right in front of a store, how does the person who has that business expect their customers to get in and out safely? How? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. And then I love going to the market. You know, I have no problem going to the market. I like, and I ranted about the stores and how expensive they are. So from time to time, I'll take myself to the market. But I have been to the market today, and I was mortified by the dirt. I don't know whether it's sewage. I don't know whether it's just city water that is gushing, being mixed with all those perishables, the tomatoes, the cabbages, you name it. And combine it with the people who have all those corners and trees that they are using as toilets. The stench. And here we are going there to buy our vegetables. And most of them, or most of those wares are on the floor. Africa, Zimbabwe. Where are we going? I do go to the market. Yes, I ranted about the stores and your advice was on point. I do go to the market. But those are some of the things, those are some of the conditions that make some of us cringe going to buy things from the market. How? We have to, Msikavanu, the creator, gave us strong guts. Because don't tell me there is no contamination of food that is sold on the floor. Guys. And by the way, we are now approaching winter, so there's no rain. You can imagine. Maybe when it rains, all those things are just washed away. I don't know. But right now, the stench is like, I walked away real quick. There's a lot of fruits. There's a lot of avocados. And I think it's tangerines or oranges. I'm not sure. Gazillion of them. I walked away without buying anything. I was overwhelmed. Today, I was overwhelmed. How? Kuze kube nini kusvikira rini tichidaro vanhu vatema? Hama dzangu. Abantu bagiti. No, guys, no. Listen, this has nothing to do with who is in power. Isusu, us the people. We have no standards. And I know people need to sell. Don't get me wrong. This is why I go and support when I can. But I have to think about my health as well. I have to think about if I eat something contaminated from these floors, I'm going to head off to the hospital. I'm a little old now. Let's face it. My immune system is, not as strong as it was some 10 years ago. So I try and avoid putting myself in a position where I will get sick. So I'm not going to buy there. I'm not saying I'm not going to go. You'll still find me going back there. I'm just pointing out what is on the ground. No, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It's the honest truth. I don't know whether we refuse, as the vendors, we refuse to go to designated spaces which can be a little more sanitary than what I've seen. And as the customers, we also refuse to go to those places. This is why these people end up coming into town and blocking streets and all that. I do agree they have to sell. And of course, the produce is there. So it needs to be sold. But man, the conditions, please guys, no. No. That was too much for me today. That was too much. And speaking of idot China, kota my boutique, iko dunusa lapan. The zichkes, the kumabero kuya, ne kuma vegetables iko. Where are people going when they need to use the bathroom? Where are people relieving themselves? Okay, we know that number one, they are peeing everywhere. By the street corners, by the walls of buildings, by trees, in and around cars, not even their own cars, anybody's car, as long as they are hiding. But where are they doing number two? You're not going to tell me that everybody waits until they get to some toilet somewhere to relieve themselves. Where are the people doing number two? I shouldn't be laughing. It's not funny. Where are the public toilets? Guys, today, Zandibata, gumbambile. It held me. No laughing matter. This is a genuine question to the city. Where are these people who are selling, going to the bathroom? Where are they relieving themselves? And where are their customers supposed to relieve themselves? How are we supposed to have health for all by the year? How are we going to achieve that? Please. And then, the garbage collection. Right there by the market, there is a lot of waste. The produce, the things that are rotting, vegetables, cabbages, tomatoes, you name it, piled up everywhere. Whose responsibility? How is that supposed to be cleared off? I'm actually planning to go to the market, and see if I can just collect those rotting things and come and put them on my compost. I mean, it's organic material. It decomposes, so I can use it as compost. But who's supposed to collect that refuse? Is it the city? Is it the businesses? Is it the vendors that are trading on the streets? Whose responsibility? Because it ain't looking pretty. No, guys. No. Sizafika nini sihlala edoti enjalo. Chashkarini chigaramchina yakadaro van. How long while we are comfortable in dirt? Abantu abamnyama hayi asenze njalo. Atidaru. Let's not do that. Whose responsibility? Mr. Mayor, if you are available and would like to have conversations with some citizens, concerned citizens. Kindly give me some audience so we can talk about how us as citizens can participate in making our city, Bulawayo, cleaner, better, and for it to shine. We are nowhere near being a world-class city. Let's not lie to each other. But we want to strive to get there. How can we, as the citizens and the community of Bulawayo, participate in making our city a better city? My email is in the description below. City Council, Mr. Mayor, sir, can you have room to talk to citizens to see how we as citizens can participate in making our city cleaner and better? Yeah, that's my rant for today. But before I finish, I want to say the city of Bulawayo, I'm so impressed with those billboards that you have where you're reminding us to not throw litter on the floor, to not just make our city dirty, to put the garbage in the garbage receptacles. But who collects them? Anyway, thanks for listening. I love Zimbabwe. I love Bulawayo. I ain't going nowhere. But I'm just saying, I want to see my city do better, get better, so that we can shine and proudly say, Sivela go Bulawayo, go ntutu ziyathunqa, tinova kubulawayo isu, gomfazi utshaya indoda. We are from Bulawayo. We love our city and we want to see it do better. In the meantime, take care of yourselves and each other. And I'll see you not on a rant. Bye.